It's Spirit's favourite time of year again. Selling. And the veil is thin. The marigolds for the Day of the Dead so that they can make their way back to the living for one night. And it's the mother energy. So if you've lost a mother in spirit, she's here for you. Let's have a look what today's astrology has for us. _31 of October 2024. The new moon tomorrow. And all we've got is the moon enters Scorpio. So tomorrow's got a lot more on it, but that's what we've got for today. So mother energy, very important. Have the incense going tonight. And I'll probably do a Halloween read tonight. So we've got Libra, partnerships, open enemies, 10th house of Capricorn, and Uranus, the rebellion. So, let's see then, shall we? Wing of Bat and Eye of Toad. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Flying tonight. All the usual. Might be watching the Blythe Spirit. One of my favourite films. Or I Married a Witch. Very old black and white films. The witching hour. So let's see what they want to tell us today. Today's card is the Father card. So Mum and Dad in spirit, speaking to us all. Doesn't have to be your biological parent, could be a grandparent, somebody that you had that connection with. The mother and the father energy. I think I will do a zodiac wheel tonight for you. And then everybody gets a small message. Now this is today's message. The divine masculine and the divine feminine. So it could also be your wife or your husband that's in spirit. Or those born on the 3rd or the 30th, the 4th or the 31st. Living at that door number. Wherever you see those numbers. It's about growth, abundance and self-esteem. Massively important. There we go. Richard popped his head out there, so that could mean something to someone. It's about kings, it's about princes, it's about head of state, it's about prime ministers, bosses, government officials, fathers, and the divine masculine. Aries energy. Aries, 21st of March to the 21st of April. The song is Phil Collins. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. So, messages on the wind from Spirit. Thankfully, we have someone who is beneficial in our lives, the divine masculine. We are protected and we are successful, or will be, as long as we make sure that we present ourselves well to the world and we have good self-esteem. There is some unfinished business here, Sagittarius energy. We still have lessons to learn. We mustn't act in haste or we will repent at leisure. The hips, the thighs, weight gain, weight loss, and knowledge gained. Knowledge needed to be gained. We have to be patient. Our ships will come in. There is issues with the home and family life, perhaps with a male figure who is depressed or low in self-esteem, who feels drained, who is not his usual loving self. It may be due to addictions, drink, drugs, self-medication. There is a bond here that cannot be broken. There is no apology there. This situation is stagnant right now. It's come to a full stop. It could be that healing that needs to take place. Virgo energy. Sagittarius is the 20th of November to the 20th of December. Virgo is the 21st of August to the 21st of September. And there's Richard again. He stuck his head up. He wanted to be out. The number 22. Do not fear the future. Do not fear looking the fool. Go with love and find your happiness. So that's my Dick Whittington card. Remember, he left the village with everybody laughing at him behind his back because he said he was going to London because the streets of London were paved with gold. The crown is at his feet, so maybe someone has been dethroned in some way. But when he got to London, there was no streets of gold. He didn't give up, partly because he didn't want to go back and look a fool. He persevered and became the Lord Mayor of London anyway. So perhaps you shouldn't give up, but don't act in haste. So the 22, positive. The major arcanas are positive. All the rest is just filling. 22 is the most important thing. So 10 o'clock tonight could be 2200 hours. It could be the 22nd of the month. It could be the 22 door number. It could be someone's birthday. Whatever it is, it's important. So watch the 22. Could be 22 degrees on your chart. Look for it. Seek it out and find out what it means. Yeah, we need therapy. We need to exorcise the ghosts. Sorry, spirit. So banish those that are haunting you in a negative way. Talk about it. This could be nurses, this could be doctors, this could be spiritual leaders and or lawyers. This is the Aquarius energy, which is 20th of January to the 20th of February, thereabouts. This is someone who is a widow, female, or a divorcee possibly. Any or all of those. She could be sharp-tongued, but it's because she's guarding her heart. She will give good and professional advice, so take it. She's detached enough to see things clearly. There is someone here that is apathetic. They sit around, stuffing their face, watching Netflix, hoping that everything will just blow over. It won't. 4 months. This chapter needs to end. We need to finish what we started before we begin the next chapter. Travel may be involved, the birth of a child, perhaps, or the creation of a new world. Anything in between. You are creating a new reality. 21. Inheritance may be something. And there we have the Minor Arcana of the Aries. All mouth and no trousers. Doesn't do what he says he's going to do. Lack of self-esteem. It fits with the Libra energy because it's about the loins, Libra, and this is about impotence. Feeling impotent, either medically or emotionally or spiritually. Feeling like you can't or you won't do something. So you miss the opportunity of this bond, of this new beginning, of this new life, new business. The seed is not nurtured. Your wishes and dreams will come true only when you face reality head on. Face the chaos, because out of the chaos came order. Pandora left hope in the box. You must take hope out. You must not dim your light to fit in with the crowd. Crowds belong to this card. You must follow your North Node, your true life purpose, without doubt, without wavering. 17. Aquarius energy again. The ankles and legs, any issues there will be healed. Peace of mind doesn't mean that you are blind to what's going on. You must open your eyes and see the truth of this matter for weeks, because there is lies, deceit and theft, and someone is probably playing mind games. There is heartache, sorrow and loss here. Somebody suffered pain in the heart, possibly this widow or divorcee. Someone may be using black magic to voodoo dolls, sticking pins in, wishing you harm, causing curses to come about. There is someone or something coming between you and what you want, but you must heal from this heartache, sorrow, loss and separation. 3 weeks. Minor separation sometimes, or minor surgery. So, there is pain here, real pain. The loss of someone, but it doesn't seem recent unless we get the 10 of Swords. It's not recent. You didn't take the opportunity, but don't lose hope. Moving on. It's time to leave the baggage of the past behind and move on. Travel again, possibly across water. You have many options, many choices. So don't lose sight of your dreams. But there is some confusion here as to what to do next. The answer is no. Nothing can grow because it's stagnating. You cannot grow here. You will not find your happiness here. So a house move, a celebration, a wedding, putting down new foundations, a new home. A home is not a home without fire in the hearth, food on the table and a welcome at the door. And here we have somebody who's not taking no action and giving no love. So it's time to move on. Yeah. Somebody's been put at the gates of hell, daughters, especially. 229. Fathers and daughters. Sacrifices that were made. Possibly, if it's a father in spirit, father is saying that he made a sacrifice so that you, in some way, could have a happy life. So maybe when he signed his contract to come into this world, he decided that he would die a certain way, at a certain age, so that you could have extra time on this earthly planet. Or a loving daughter may have made the same sacrifice for a father. It could be that someone is in a toxic marriage and feels unprotected. You are always protected. It's mother and father energy here is looking after you. So you may have to go through some sorrow and some loss, but it will be worth, and it's a lesson that needs to be learned, because you don't see the bigger picture, they do. So protect yourselves, especially tonight, from the negative curses, hexes that will inevitably be made. With it being a Halloween, people see it as a more potent time. Don't let anything into your aura, be it financial, emotional, spiritual, mental or physical, that's negative. Don't take any mind-bending drugs, don't drink too much, whatever it is, because you then become vulnerable. Put your force fields up and keep it positive. Your words and thoughts are magic, so keep them positive. Anything written or spoken must be positive. And this is what I was talking about. A passing, a death, so it may be recent, very recent. It's brought you to your knees. It is a betrayal or a passing that you must now stand up, dust yourself off. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, and leave it behind. The body is just a shell. The spirit will rise again. So, overcoming the pain. We've got them in the reverse, both of them. Hurt, pain, anger, whatever it is. Both these people are grieving, mother and father. Cancer and Scorpio. Home and family life. Shared resources, reproductive organs. There is grief, real grief here. And the cups are empty. You feel that you're not strong enough to go on. But you are. Yeah. Stop overthinking things. Stop dwelling on this. Your inner child is having a tantrum because it wasn't meant to be this way. It was meant to be a happy ending. Together. Didn't work. Patience. Your ships will come in. You have to be patient. Give yourself time to grieve and then move forwards. So we may have come to a standstill right now, but it's not forever. Feu, Taurus, the cow, mother energy. Ice being thawed, a thawing of the heart. So, according to the saga of Iceland, the first charm ever known is unknown to kings or any of mankind. So again, that crown, he's left the crown behind because he wants the knowledge. Help is its name for help it can give in the hours of your sorrow and anguish. So this is meant to help you. Someone may be anemic because they are given as the sign for iron and the letter F. This is the first rune of the first 8, so it is associated with beginnings, but even more importantly with property, reputation, status and wealth, which in ancient northern cultures measured by the possessions of abundant herds of cattle. So, there's your property, and there's your status and wealth. This is the rune considered to be the feminine of the maternal in nature. The first living creature was a cow called Ordumla. The cosmic animal was born from the union of fire and ice. And there we have the Ice Queen, Aquarius. And the fire. And predated the creation of the 9 worlds. There's the 9 worlds. Before then, coming into existence in an environment barren of nourishment. There's the barren environment. There is the coming into this world. A birth. So when there's a death, there's always a birth. But Ordumla licked a great block of ice, thus freeing the giant Ymir, who either lay within it or was shaped by the actions of the great cow's tongue. Ymir became the ancestor of all gods, humans and later race of giants, all whom existed because of Ordumla, who continued to be nurtured by her, as are calves by their mothers. The belief in Ordumla as a precursor of all that lives harks back to remote times when the mother goddess was usually personified as a totem animal. In Greece, for example, Athena was imagined as the owl, which is Sagittarius, as we know. Starts on the 21st, but unusually stops on the 23rd. So if you're on a cusp, so there it is, Sagittarius. While Aphrodite was envisaged as a dove, the peace that we cannot have until we see things clearly. There's the peace of mind. In Nordic culture, the mother goddess is gentle, the milk-producing cow. The rune Feo is also directly related to some of Ordumla's Vanir descendants, especially Njord and his children, the peace-loving Frey and the amorous Freya, each of whom have an association with wealth and fertility. Feo is obviously an indicator of prosperity. Before the introduction of hard currency, cattle herds were the measure of wealth amongst many ancient people. So when this rune is found in future position, a profitable time lies before you. However, just as the ancients sacrificed one of their herd, unfortunately, now and again, to show the gods that they were thankful for their good fortune, it is equally important for that you receive the gifts of Feo with humility. So be grateful, or they will take more from you. The rune also suggests that you should look after the possessions that you already have, that you should guard your resources against a time when warmth and comfort of the fire is chilled by the icy blast of winter. Even if you are comfortably off, you have the opportunity to ensure this happy state continues. Conversely, if you are feeling the bite of poverty, Feo promises that a time will soon come where you will be prosperous. So career and finance are at a standstill. Aside from these material concerns, the appearance of Feo bodes well for fertility and childbirth. Yes, it does. New beginnings of all kinds, which is the Fool. Don't fear the future. Equally, as the Song of Odin states, when one is in misery or grief, when the rune Feo brings motherly comfort, which is one of the most valuable things in all this world. So there is the grief. A reversal of fortune, resulting in the loss of something valuable, is likely. When this rune is inverted, the association of Feo with wealth and property suggests that this loss will involve material possessions, but it may equally relate to the departure of a loved one or a close friend. However, since the basic nature of Feo is nurturing, the loss will be made up in time, because It's the nature of the universe. Tradition also states that Feu inverted may refer to problems with conception or fertility in general. So someone may have been unable to conceive and suddenly there is a child. So, the water element, sensing. We are not sensing. There is something that we are not open to, because both the masculine and feminine are drained. So they're not aware of what goes on around them. So, marriage, partnerships, 7th house, Libra. Relationships, matrimony, the partnerships, unity, other people, projections, public enemies and lawsuits, the colon and the prostate. This is the sphere. The soul reaches out to another in a mutually beneficial relationship. How easily someone reaches out and how well their need with that of another person is described by the signs of the planets Uranus and Aquarius. Wow, suggests problems with commitment, while Saturn craves certainty. So there is a problem here with commitment. The 7th house also describes the qualities someone seeks in a partner and the kind of person to whom someone is attracted to. Mars, which we've got placed in this house, suggests that the chart's owner seeks an assertive partner but ends up with an aggressive one, depending on the sign on the cusp. The sun or moon in the 7th house may indicate unconscious search for a father or a mother energy. We don't have that, thankfully. So, you may be projecting your feelings onto others. Uranus in Libra. Oh, Uranus isn't in everyone, but I think it's definitely in Libra. Oh, it is in everyone. I always thought there wasn't. So Uranus in Libra. This placement urges expression of your individuality in a relationship, which may be explosive or highly unconventional. Social values may be revolutionised. So, don't dim your light, step up and shine it bright. Revolution is coming. Walk in peace. 49. So what is this cup that's been given? Some Spirit are giving you the gift of the Ace of Cups to refill those cups. A new beginning. It will be emotional. Your intellect may be confused, but your emotions will never lie to you. The name Roger is important. You must let your emotions flow. In astrology, the element of water represents those and our talents of imagination. Water characterises the realms of visions, taking us to the quintessential depths of feeling where intuition is more appropriate than acquired wisdom and knowledge. So go with your gut, go with your heart. We may get carried away on water. We have feelings of floating or being adrift. When looking at the shimmering surface of the water, we cannot see the bottom, but we know and sense what is there. Deep things too obtuse and transitory to explain. Fathoms of mood and insight. Water is the element of signs of Cancer and Scorpio. There we have them. And Pisces, which could be the High Priestess. Wherever she's gone, she's hiding from us. So, there we have the 3 water signs. The planets of water, the moon, Pluto and Neptune. When the water element card presents itself in a spread, you can trust that what you feel is the best course to follow. What you are sensing now may not be based on logic. It's just what you are sensing is correct. Right now, it's best to go with the flow, but do it gently and gradually. Sometimes the water element card indicates a need to withdraw to fight another day. It is time to gather your resources and gain the strength before you move ahead. This is a time of trusting too soon or the passive acceptance of other people's shortcomings when you should not accept them. You may have a tendency to want to allow things to pass you by without fighting. So sitting on the couch, stuffing your face, watching Netflix, hoping it'll all blow over. To let go of something that's rightfully yours. Water is the element of compassion and understanding, but you must avoid being a doormat. It is possible people or forces are taking advantage of your benign, accepting nature. This is a good time to imagine, write, paint or play or create anything. Since water is the element of imagination, its ability to quiet your conscious mind and allow it to be taken over by the idea of a dream. There we are. Dreams can come true if you have faith and believe. Water is painting, poetry and music. This card represents being connected to the flow of all things. It is also the ability to keep a secret, and Persephone keeps her secrets well hidden. So this isn't talked about. This isn't spoken of. Work alone in privacy. It is probably best now to not allow people or circumstances to pin you down or hem you in. Frankly, you have the ability to flow or drift out of any situation in a way that water is able to move around obstacles very gently and easily. Currently, you may have feelings of floating or being adrift. In a sense, it's a type of surrender. Maybe it is the surrender to a dream. At present, you may have little energy and want to withdraw. You are in fact doing a lot of inner processing, which will take you where you want to go. There are deeper levels working and developing inside you, but the work is not seen on the outside. Expect a pause, but forward motion soon. Look inwards. Don't worry about the dramas that surround you. Avoid the commotion. Sit in the eye of the storm. Not your monkeys, not your circus. Sit still, float, and trust your inner wisdom. It will not steer you wrong. Now, Spirit are telling me to say, when someone passes, they are in as much grief as you. It is the physical touch of being able to be together that you are grieving. But they're still there. They on the other side, you on this, of the veil. And though you cannot touch, you can still speak. But as it said, there is exhaustion here. Death is, and the soul being taken to the other side is a draining situation. So if you feel that they've abandoned you and that you haven't heard from them, this is because they are also going through the process. So be patient, and when you're ready and they're ready and they've got enough strength, they'll be in touch. So treat it as they've gone on a long journey. Walk in peace. And number 9. The peace walkers. The people who are on this earth to help others. The elementals who reside on the earth plane to help raise awareness, to help others find their way home. So someone has come to take them across to the other side safely. They are not alone. They are not adrift. They've been collected. There are many elements who have chosen to walk this path to help humanity, all of nature and its many beings on this plane. They will sometimes find it difficult to be in human form, but understand it is for a greater purpose. At this time, our worlds are connected. Today, on Samhain, the veil is thin. But this may not always be so if we continue to destroy what is beautiful, what we have in this world. This is a heavy concern that they carry, and their task is not an easy one. So Peace Walker asks you to take up the challenge yourself, to do what you can to raise the consciousness of humanity, to raise the vibration. Where can you help set an example, to educate or inspire others, to look after nature and all its living beings? Where in life can you change your habits that will impact on this life plane? We cannot do this alone. We need all who are willing to listen. Another message by drawing this card is one of you finding peace, stopping overthinking it, making a mental prison for yourself. Peace is essential in this day to help you through the stresses of your life. It sometimes seems that stress and being busy is taking precedence over being calm and nurturing yourself. There seems to be less time. We are time poor. We are tired and we are all running on empty. This in itself is not sustainable unless we balance the scales, Libra energy, by finding peace and calm, which means finding time to let it in, to be open to accept, because our external environment reflects our internal environment, as within, so without. By finding peace within ourselves, we can create peace in an external environment and vice versa. Make time for yourself, even if it's just in the morning with your cup of coffee, and put that protection bubble around you. I've told you before. Imagine a bubble that's sealed. No one can get in, no one can get out. Sit within it like our little friend here, cross-legged if you like, in your mind's eye, while you're sipping your tea or your coffee. Give yourself that time to just be. Meditate if it helps. Find your centre. Get out into nature. When we emanate calm, it is infectious to others, and we will receive calm back to our energy that we are sending out. Help others find their peace. If this is the only thing that you feel you can do to make a difference in this world, the more we find peace, the more we find peace on a collective scale. Become centred and able to handle situations better. Bring balance back into your life and make time for you. It's not about the material in this world. It's about the spiritual. And there's the Chariot, the home and family life, and well done, Spirit. Can you see 31? Well done. The Chariot, the teamwork, the home and family life. Beautiful energy. We are about to travel, within or without, possibly across land. Can't find the book. That's very strange. Let me pause you for a minute while I find it. Well, that is the first time that's ever happened to me. I have no idea where it's gone. But I don't want to keep it on pause because it will stop the video. How strange. I use it every day. It doesn't move from this table. So, you'd think I'd know it, but oh, there we go. Sorry. So, 31. The Chariot of Fire. The solar chariot blazes across the sky, drawn by 2 fiery horses. Those born in the year of the horse, especially the fire signs. Their daily ride through the heavens symbolises success after perseverance. You must push through the obstacles to achieve a desired goal. The way through will be made clear. All roads will be opened, and obstacles cannot stand against the force of those celestial steeds. The time for contemplation is over. Take the reins of your life in your own hands. Take action immediately. Your boldness will be rewarded by good fortune. Action will forcefulness. Be filled with the courage and confidence, just like the gentleman there. I am filled with courage and confidence. Where in your life are you moving too slowly? Don't act in haste. Move forwards quickly, but with caution. And there we have the bleeding heart. And number 3, we have the bleeding heart. That heart is broken, or has been, and now we must heal it. And number 3, massively important, mother energy, as we said. So, be still, my bleeding heart. So it could be that it was a heart attack that someone passed with, or that you have been, like I said, betrayed or hurt in some way. The Latin is Decentra Spectabilis. Mars and the sun, the 2 things that were missing with that. The element of fire. Bleeding heart is one of the most evocative plants of the flowers, look like traditional simple image of the heart in art and folklore, with a drop coming out of the bottom, implying drops of tears or blood, or the act of being pierced. So, it may be that you see a painting with a bleeding heart, piece of art. Native to Asia, there is not a lot of traditional witchcraft or folklore associated with this beautiful plant, which came to England in the mid-1800s, but was quickly embraced by many modern witches as an ingredient in love magic. What did I say? You can try to cast a spell on someone to make them love you, but as soon as true love walks in the door, that spell will be broken. Most of the Asian folklore includes images of grief or unrequited love, which is what we've got there. So perhaps it is not the best for conjuring love. Modern witches crush the live flowers as a source of divination around love, with the red juice indicating yes to love and white indicating no. Bleeding heart is a beloved ally in the world of flower essence and plant spirit medicine, used exactly as one would imagine, to heal the wounded heart. And that is what we're doing here. We are healing that heart. The spirit of this lovely plant helps people release grief, be it from the loss of a loved one, in the death or loss or the ending of a relationship. There we are, the 10 of Swords. There it is. Something that's brought you to your knees. So Spirit knows, Spirit are with you, Spirit are helping you through this. Bleeding heart helps us recognise and release codependent relationships, choosing short-term pain in order to move towards health rather than long-term suffering. In chakra healing, bleeding heart balances the heart chakra and helps us keep empathy without being drained or bitter by others, by recognising what true compassion is. So, it is in reverse. When bleeding heart is reversed, it is stubbornly refusing. There we go. We're at a stagnation. Stubbornly refusing to release unhealthy attachments and old wounds. You have built identities around your wounded self and fear who or what you will be if you let them go. You are holding back tears and pretending things are good when they are not. Be honest with yourself. Your heart is whole. It's time to open it to love. Very interesting. A lot to be picked out there, whether it is for a loved one in spirit or someone in the living. Don't dim your light. Shine it bright. You are here for a purpose. Thanks for listening.